Welcome study lovers, I am Sufyan Ahmed. Thank you so much for your love and support and for commenting those beautiful lines. And in today's class, I'm going to discuss about the pumping organ, that is the heart. And again, we are going to discuss about the relation between heart and lungs and the relation between heart and cell. And one more thing also we are going to learn, that is the blood pressure. Okay, before I mention the root of the topic, let's move to the board. Welcome. So here is our root of the topic, that is transportation in human beings. So as we know that the blood transport food, oxygen, nutrients and many other substances like salts, carbon dioxide in our body. Thus, we need a pumping organ to push the blood around our body. For that, tubes are being connected with the tissues to ensure that this network can be repaired if damaged. Now coming to the pumping organ, that is our heart. So you people, please try to know that how to draw the heart. So I am drawing in front of you all. If you can't draw the heart, then it's a shameful matter being a student of class 10 science. Okay, so there are lots of videos in the YouTube, you can find that how to draw the heart. So this is our heart. Now our human heart has 4 chambers. So if I am going to mention the left hand side of this heart and right hand side of the heart, then if I stand like this, then this is my left hand side, right? So this portion will be the left hand side. So I will write here as left atrium, LA, left atrium, short form. Okay, you can say also left auricles. Then this is left ventricles. If it is left side, then this should be right side, right? So this one will be right auricles or atrium, you can say. Next here it will be right ventricles. For deoxygenated blood, that is carbon dioxide, makes an entry through vena cava. This portion, this and that, these are known as vena cava, and they are the largest vein. That is why they are known as vena cava. Vena cava. Since it is lower, okay, before I explain about this vein, that is vena cava, we must know one more important thing, that what are veins, arteries. Okay, so suppose this is our heart. So what happens in the heart, whenever the nerves make an entry the blood to the heart, okay, nerves which makes entry blood to the heart are known as vein. And from the heart, after pumping from the heart, okay, the bloods through which thrown away from the heart or distributed away from the heart to the body are known as arteries. Are clear now concept about vein and arteries? Now let's move to here. So what happened, this, since this is a vena cava, this is also a vena cava. So okay, let me rub this one. Since it is lower body part, okay, that is why it will be the, okay, inferior vena cava. And this vena cava is attached with the upper body parts, that is why it will be the superior vena cava. And the bloods make an entry, that is the deoxygenated blood, that means what, carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide will make an entry through both the vena cava. Okay, after that it will come to right atrium. After coming to the right atrium, since our deoxygenated blood after coming here, it will, after filling this right atrium, it will pump and it will come to the right ventricles. After coming to the right ventricles, again it will pump from here, it will contract here, and again the blood will start moving through this passage. And what is the name of this passage? This is known as pulmonary artery. Why it is pulmonary? This is attached with the lungs, that is why this is pulmonary artery. So it is carrying what? Carbon dioxide. After that it will take this carbon dioxide to the lungs. Suppose this is lungs. Okay, this particular carbon dioxide will carry to the lungs through pulmonary. After going to the lungs, what it will carry? As we know that lungs is a place where the exchange of gases occurs. That is why it will give carbon dioxide to the lungs, and from the lungs it will take back as oxygen. Clear? So this oxygen will come to through what? Pulmonary vein. This is known as pulmonary vein. Why it is vein? Because it is making an entry. The blood which is making entry to the heart, they are known as vein, right? So it will make an entry to through what? Pulmonary vein. Why pulmonary? Just because it is also attached with the lungs. This two particular nerve is only attached with the lungs. So it will make an entry to left atrium or left auricle. After filling the blood in the left auricle, it will contract, and then that blood will come to where? In the left ventricles. Alright, after coming to the left ventricle, see, this is the place where the largest place of the heart, where it pumps, and after that the blood will start moving through this particular nerve. Okay, and this nerve is known as aorta. What is the name of this? Aorta, A-O-R-T-A, aorta. Why it is aorta? Because it is the largest artery. So after coming the blood in the left ventricles, it will pump, and then the blood will start moving through aorta. After going to the aorta, the blood will be distributed to the whole body. So this is the function of our heart. Now this particular middle part of the heart is known as septum, because it divides the hearts into two parts. And here what exists? There exist muscles of the heart which help in contractions and repulsion of the heart. Now one more thing I need to say over here is that the doctor who is specialist in the heart is known as what? Cardiologist. And the doctor who is specialist in lungs is known as pulmonologist. Remember this one. And do you know that whenever the doctors give an injection to our body, do you know where he give the injections? The injection he need to give in the vein. Why? Just because vein is at the superficial level of our body, it is nearer to the skin. And do you know that the valve present in the vein? Why? Just because to prevent the backflow of the blood. And in the arteries there is no valve exist. Why? Just because here pressure exert. Okay, through this left ventricles there is a pressure exerted in the arteries. Just because of that there is no valve exist. And here also you can see that these are the two valves are being exist here in our heart. Why? Just because to prevent the backflow of the blood, so that the blood cannot backflow here. And what is the sound of our heartbeat? That is lub dub. Okay, L-U-B lub, D-U-B dub. This is the sound of our heartbeat. Whenever it both that contracts, whenever it contracts, it repels, it contracts, that repels, that is known as lub dub sound. But in some movies they are telling that dhak dhak karne laga. Let me explain this one in some more clear form. This is our lungs. It's lungs. Okay, and suppose this is heart. Let me do the heart in clear form. And this is heart, and let this one be as cells of our body. So what happened in this case, as you see here, that from the cell it carries carbon dioxide, CO2, in our heart. Okay, CO2, and from the heart after coming here it will get pumps and it will carry that carbon dioxide to the lungs. And from the lungs what happen? There is a exchange of gases occur, as I have told you earlier. So it will give carbon dioxide over here, and again from there it will take what? It will take oxygen, since their exchange of gases occurs, and in the heart it will come as oxygen. So from the heart again it will be distributed through aorta to our body. What it will come here as oxygen to our body. So after from the body, during the respirations, this oxygen will be absorbed and carbon dioxide will be released to the body. Right now here you can see that very important thing. In one side there is totally oxygens are involved, and another side there is in the right hand side there is what? Carbon dioxide are involved. Why they are separated in our body? Do you know? Just because the carbon dioxide, just because to prevent the mixing of two types of blood, carbon dioxide rich blood and oxygen rich blood. That is why they are being separated in our body. Clear this concept? Very easy. If you go through little bit deeply, then you can understand this one. You can see here that there are two types of circulations in our body. Why? There is one is between lungs and heart, that is known as one circulation, and another here circulation, that is cells and heart, right? So I can say here that there is a double circulations in this. As you can see here that from the lungs the oxygenated blood is being carried to the heart, so it will be what? Pulmonary vein. Then coming to the heart, that is why they are known as vein, and from the heart it is taking to our body parts. That means this will be what? From the heart this is coming, so this will be aorta. And after that you can see from the body it is carrying carbon dioxide to the heart, so that means what? It will be vena cava. Since it is largest vein, that is why it is vena cava. And what will be this one? From the heart it is carrying that deoxygenated blood to the lungs, that means it will be pulmonary artery. Whenever it contracts we say this is systolic pressure, and whenever it relaxes then we say diastolic pressure. Okay, systolic and diastolic pressure occurs here. So whenever it will exert pressure, okay, whenever it will pump, then that is known as 120 mm of mercury, that is Hg. This is the formula of mercury, Hg. Okay, so diastolic pressure, whenever it relaxes, at that time pressure comes to 80 mm of mercury, that is Hg. Short form of mercury is Hg. So this is the normal pressure of our body. Whenever it exert 120, then we'll say as that is high pressure. Through which machine these particular pressures are being measured? The machine through which these pressures are measured are known as sphygmomanometer. Normally we say that BP machine, but the actual sphygmomanometer, you should know that. Now there are three types of blood vessels. Do you know that? Number one is arteries, next come vein, next come capillaries. Arteries, through which blood comes out from the heart, this is known as arteries, and veins, through which blood goes inside the heart, is known as vein. And the capillaries can provide the food or nutrients to each and every corner of the organ. That is why they are distributing type. Suppose this is our heart. हार्ट की तरफ जो ब्लड लेके जा रहा है उनको बोला जाता है क्या? वेन. हार्ट से बाहर जो ब्लड निकल के आता है उनको क्या बोला जाता है? आर्टरीज. जिसके थ्रू वो ब्लड निकल के आता है उनको आर्टरीज बोला जाता है. फिर क्या होता है कि आर्टरीज से वो जो आर्टरी है उसको क्या होता है? डिवाइडिंग फॉर्म में वो रहता है. तो अब वो जो डिवाइड हो रहा है वो क्यों डिवाइड हो रहा है? ताकि वो ऑर्गेन के हर एक कोने कोने पर क्या करे? वो अपना खाना दे सके, न्यूट्रिशन प्रोवाइड कर सके. इसीलिए वो क्या रहता है? डिवाइडिंग फॉर्म में रहता है, ब्रांचेस फॉर्म में रहता है. सो दैट आर नोन एज व्हाट? कैपिलरीज. फिर वो क्या करता है? ज्वाइंट होकर के वेन के साथ अटैच हो जाते हैं. इनका नाम क्या रहता है? कैपिलरीज. अब ये टाइप्स ऑफ ब्लड वेसल्स का कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हुआ. नाउ लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन आर्टरीज एंड वेन. Now arteries carry oxygenated blood from heart to the different body parts except pulmonary arteries. Arteries are also called distributing vessels, and veins are known as collecting vessels. They are thick and elastic. Why? Just because they remain inside the skin, deep seated. Okay, they will be thick and elastic. Why they are thick and elastic? Just because they are exert, because in the arteries there remains a pressure from the heart. Okay, and in the vein there is no pressure, so it will be thin and less elastic. Next difference is they remain deep seated. That means far from the skin, and vein remains near to the skin. Superficial level, the veins are exist. They carry oxygenated blood, and vein carry deoxygenated blood. Except pulmonary artery, and here except pulmonary vein. And here artery also called distributing vessels because they carry the blood to the different parts of the body, and vein they are known as collecting vessels because they collect the blood from different parts of the body to the heart. Then they are thick and elastic. Why they are thick and elastic? Just because they remain deep seated and they are pressured and they are exert pressure. That is why they are thick and elastic in nature. But in case of vein there is no pressure exit. That is why they are thin and less elastic. Okay, there exists valve so that there should not be any backfall of the blood, and they remain deep seated. Why deep seated? Because they are as I told that they have a pressure. That is why they remain inside the skin. Okay, deep seated in the skin. That is why. And in the vein they remain nearer to the skin at the superficial level. Superficial means nearer to the skin. So coming to the blood, as we know that blood is a connective tissue which is fluid in nature. Okay, this is a connective tissue which is fluid in nature. Now the solid components of the blood are RBC, WBC, then come blood platelets. Another one left out here is lymph. Okay, this one I will explain in details. RBC known as red blood cell. It carries oxygen and carbon dioxide in our body, and it also contains hemoglobin, and just because of hemoglobin it imparts red color to the blood. Coming to the WBC, WBC is known as white blood cell. It provides body defense. WBC provide body defense by engulfing germs and produce antibodies. Now coming to the blood platelets, during any injury, okay, it help in blood clotting. Now let us try to understand about the lymph in details. Now coming to the lymph, lymph is a yellowish color fluid which escapes from the blood capillaries. Okay, it comes from the blood capillaries into the intercellular space and contain less protein. It contains less protein than blood, which help in transportation and destroying of germs. Okay, from the blood capillaries they ships down, okay, in between the cells, so that they help in transportation or they help in nourishment of the cells. And do you know that how limbs are being made up of? Limbs are made up of protein, okay, then oxygen, other nutrients are also exist in the made up of this lymph. Next, do you know what is the lymph nodes? Lymph nodes, there are more than 100 of lymph nodes in our body. They exist in our groin, armpit, neck, chest, abdomen. The lymph nodes are exist. And what is the function of this lymph node? To destroying of the germs. This lymph nodes contain immune cell. So with this I would like to conclude my video today over here.